when we consider things like festivities and that Merry Christmas feeling, Cabbage Patch Kids' First Christmas is one of the least Christmassy animations I've ever seen. But when it comes to the true spirit of Christmas and looking out for others and being kind and caring, it definitely embodies that. This was released in 1984, directed by the brilliant Charles A. Nichols, written by Heywood, Kling. And we have a brilliant voice cast, including Hal Smith and Tress MacNeille. And it tells the story of the Cabbage Patch Kids who are learning about Christmas and the Christmas spirit, which they initially think is an actual spirit. But they learn on their journey what the actual Christmas spirit is, and they go off to the big city to do this, and when they're there, they meet some pretty nasty characters who are out to steal everything that they have, and they get themselves into some potentially dangerous situations. But while they're there, they also meet a young girl who has run away from the children's home. And the Cabbage Patch Kids, full of love and care and compassion, do what they can to help this girl in need. It's obviously a very sweet narrative, and I think the pacing is pretty good. It's about 20 minutes or so, and a lot happens in a short space of time. So I think it's enough to capture a young child's attention. With enough going on, it is quite heightened. There are a lot of moments of quite high anxiety where there are some very villainous characters who definitely are quite threatening and quite scary. There was never really any kind of fluffy, soft, festive element to it, which I think is fine, because it's always nice to have a message about the true spirit of Christmas rather than the fanfare and the commercialization. But that's just something to bear in mind. I would have liked this when I was younger, but now as an adult, I like to watch Christmas cartoons because I like that fuzzy, festive feeling. I am well aware of the true spirit of Christmas and don't need the Cabbage Patch Kids to tell me. It was a bit dark for what I was looking for. But for the target audience, I think it's a really important message. As I said, I think the narrative is probably quite gripping enough that it will hold the imagination for long enough. It's quite well animated, very well edited, pacing's very good. I have no real complaints about it. For me, it could have gone either way. The Cabbage Patch Kids kind of scare me. The design of them I just think is always, the dolls I never really took to as a child, and there's a stop-motion Cabbage Patch Christmas film that I watched that was really bizarre. But this one's actually really pleasant to watch. It's really easy and very smooth. So I didn't mind watching it. It's definitely not one I'd watch again. It's definitely an animation that I think would appeal to children rather than the whole family. If you have a particular penchant for the Cabbage Patch Kids, I'd say give it a go. You might like it. For me, it's not one I think I'll ever watch again, but I'm pleased to say that I've seen it once.